Are Aliexpress guitars worth your time and money? Yes, but the answer is complicated. First of all, why are we buying guitars on Aliexpress? Isn't that a website where you buy electronics and knockoff products? Well, the answer is Aliexpress gives you a direct connection to manufacturers overseas. And as we know, most cheap guitars are already made in China. Yes, that's right. Your beloved Ibanez Geo comes from China. And most other sub $300 guitars for that matter. As a consumer, we naturally want to get our product directly from the source, the manufacturer. And I think that's what makes most people look for Aliexpress guitars. Not to mention the ridiculously cheap prices. You'll find hundreds of products that match up with mainline brands at similar specifications, but with a no-name brand. Having owned multiple Aliexpress instruments, reviewed them, and played them extensively, I have a good understanding of what the market is like. First, let's start with what's great about Aliexpress guitars. Number one, you get to see what a lot of these products really cost manufacturers to make. When you find yourselves multi-scale 8-string guitars for under $500, it shows you that manufacturers are eager to mark up their products based on the type of customer they're selling to. The average 6-string guitar may start at $200, but as you add more strings and features, particularly multi-scale frets, the price doesn't necessarily scale linearly with the amount of strings added. That's why we see guitars in the metal sphere costing $5,000–$6,000 for what really is just a solid body electric guitar that was probably machine milled. We live in an age where guitar manufacturing is as cheap as ever and very accessible through CNC milling and advanced automation techniques. A guitar can be designed and put together from scratch with relatively low startup costs, and this allows a lot of flexibility for manufacturers, not only with regard to price, but also with regard to feature set. This is why you'll often find obscure guitars on Aliexpress that reach into the gent metal category with 7 strings, 8 strings, multi-scale frets, and other features that would be sought after by metal guitarists. The second thing I love about Aliexpress guitars is that oftentimes if you message the seller, you can make customizations to your order, whether that be a different veneer, pickup configuration, or even wood selection. This makes a huge difference in customer choice, and it's something you'll pay a premium for if you look elsewhere for a guitar. Another benefit to buying a guitar at this price is that you can get in so cheap that making modifications is reasonable. When your startup costs are low, it gives you more freedom and flexibility to tune the instrument to your specifications. Rarely as guitar players do we find an instrument that matches our exact specifications right out of the box. So what's the bad about Aliexpress guitars? Well, to begin with, we don't exactly know where these guitars are coming from. Yes, there are factory pages listed on the guitars that you're looking at within the store page, but we don't really know where the wood comes from, where the labor is done, and in what fashion these factories operate. Number two, there's a lot of copyright infringement. Overseas governments don't practice the same copyright and trademark laws we do in the US, so you'll often find guitars that are scarily close to other major manufacturers. This is bad for the industry overall and is a bit of a gray area. The second caveat is that you never know how long a listing will be up. Sometimes guitars will go up and go down, and that means you don't know there will always be a supply of new parts or customer support through that seller. In fact, since I made my first Aliexpress guitar video, that guitar has since been delisted from Aliexpress. Whether that's due to copyright claim from other manufacturers or due to lack of stock is unclear. Another clear caveat with Aliexpress guitars is the lack of consistent quality control. Some of the instruments I received were of surprisingly high quality, others not so much. This is a hit or a miss, and you'll never know for sure unless you establish a long-term relationship with the seller, which, as I mentioned previously, is not easy to do. In closing, Aliexpress provides necessary competition in a market that is heavily saturated, and most products are marked up heavily as you breach $1,000. Having a direct relationship with manufacturer opens up unlimited possibilities for players and designers. This is something that is rare for the industry. As for the downsides, you can expect inconsistent quality control and ever-rising international shipping costs, making the proposition harder to convince. That's it for today, guys. I hope you liked this video. I'm trying something new. If you liked it, smash the like button. If you didn't, smash the dislike, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.